Okay, hello, welcome back to Let's Play Battletech. And I'm only going to do one or two, maybe probably one video for next Wednesday. And let's see, I don't think we have an exact contract in mind. We have this one, which is a travel. We have a lot of high difficulty ones, which in theory I should be able to do. Um, you know what? I am going to advance the plot, I think. Actually, what is... I don't have any financial states. Any upgrades I need? I have all the upgrades. I don't think... What do my mech warriors look like? I mean, I don't have anybody with any 10s. But my characters got 3 9s and an 8. Um... I don't think there's really much reason not to press the, oops. Gotta run, Darius.
I'll see you.
I don't think there's much reason not to do the plot.
We're almost completely out of cash.
Yeah, I think we've already done some of the selling off extra equipment. I think we'll be fine. I don't think I have it set to where we're going to cost 1,300. That said, the plot mission I'm heading to isn't a paying job, from what I could tell. It's probably just a conversation. Which means I'll probably want to do... I know. Even before you arrive at the morning briefing, you can hear Dr. Murad's raised voice. So I told Rounder to leave engineering at once. Yang grimaces. Yeah, and then they showed up to the mech bay. It took a whole 2 minutes for one of my winches to fall. Sumir rolls her eyes. Well, don't send them to the bridge, Chief. You want the comms to short out again? Finally, Darius notices you standing in the door and saying, Commander, we have to do something about Rounder. They're a jinx. Loan them out to pirates. Confine them to the barracks. Okay. What the heck? Build a temporary quarters in an unfinished part of the Argo. There is no unfinished part of the Argo. I'm not going to let Rounder go. Rounder's too reliable. I haven't given him as much experience as I want, but... while relocating to the undeveloped Gamma pod has kept him out of the hair of the senior staff. Hard on the lonely mech warrior. I don't know how much more I can take, but Dr. Murad and I have been monitoring things, and strange electrical behavior in that part of the ship has subsided in the past 24 hours. I suggest we keep an eye on things and let Rounder move back to quarters in a week or two. Is it some sort of illness that just is like there's increased electromagnetic interference around the person? Um, she's low spirits for a while. What does low spirits do? Morale and the morale costs more. Oh no. She's getting so close to her second ability too. Okay. Um, Continue travel. We have arrived at Weldry, Commander. Ready to proceed with our current contract? Yeah, sure. It did have a difficulty thing attached to it. There was just no money attached to it. I promise you our forces are maintaining a firm upper hand against this false restoration, thanks in part to the support of our newfound allies in the Taurian Concordat. Just today, those allies, led by the heroic Commodore Samuel Ostergaard, liberated my daughter Victoria from insurgent captivity. I was wondering what she was doing, and though the fight was hard, our new friends won the day through the strength of their courage. Why is there no audio? And the virtue of their purpose. Soon we will end this war. And when we do, we will turn our attention back to the expansion of our industries and the betterment of our people. Long live the Taurian Concordat, and long live the Oregon Directorate. Why was there no audio to that? Anna Maria, I summoned you here to discuss long-term strategy, but we have a crisis to address. You've seen my uncle's broadcasts. What Ostergaard did to Lord Carossus, what his soldiers are still doing to the people of Smithen. I'm honor bound to ride to their defense. Camille, you've got much bigger things to worry about than Smithen. I won't mince words. Your cause is very nearly lost. With only a small fraction of their feet, the Taurians have you dramatically outgunned. Given the chance, Iberia alone could break your army in two. We fought against the Taurians in R2. Are true. We know what we're up against, so let's talk about how we're going to win this. Commodore Ostergaard wants to hurt us, he has to find us. The Reach is a big place. That's a non-seller. Um, why are the Taurians fighting for the Directorate? Do you have any concrete answers? If you're looking for proof, I can't help you, but I can tell you what I think is behind all of this. The Perdition Massacre. I believe that House Davian's... What is the Perdition? Cumulative attack on Taurian border systems of perdition that claimed 11,000 civilian lives. Protect Thomas Calderon was quick to blame his neighbors and rivals, the Federated Sons, for the attack. The Perdition Massacre is the latest in a long string of diplomatic incidents. Diplomatic incidents don't respond. A diplomatic incident, shouldn't it be something, a label that is applies to something that costs civilian lives? Is the latest in a string of diplomatic incidents that have raised tensions between the Federated Sons and the Taurian Concord into a boiling point. Created an opportunity for Espinosa, and unfortunately for us, I believe that he has taken it. You believe Espinosa offered them support against the Federated Sons? In a manner of speaking, yes. Protector Calderon believes the Davian invasion of the Taurian Concordat is imminent. In the Directorate, he sees a convenient pawn and a buffer to protect a poorly defended stretch of the Concordat's border. If the Directorate's weapons have been coming from the Taurian Concordat, I imagine that they've had a secret agreement in place for some time. Yeah, that timing makes sense. By arming the Directorate, Calderon would be fortifying his own border against invasion. When Espinosa learned about Castle Nautilus, he must have used it as a bargaining chip to get the Taurians into the war on his side. In a limited intervention, but yes, Calderon would have leaped at the chance to claim an SLDF armory, with a major war imminent. The capture of a fully stocked outpost castle could have provided the Taurians with tremendous advantage, but you destroyed the armory, killed their soldiers, and apparently destroyed one of their dropships on Anvelt. I suspect that your problems with the Taurian Concordat have only just begun. We know what we're up against, so let us talk about how we're going to win this. not through direct confrontation. If you let Ostergaard bait you into attacking him on Smithen, you will die, as will Lady Orano. This isn't hyperbole, Camilla. You will die if you take the field against him, and your restoration will perish with you. What would you counsel me to do, then? Nothing? Would you have me sit on my hands while a Taurian butcher murders the people I've sworn to protect? I would advise you to lead your army wisely and to stay out of battles you cannot win. Camilla, listen to me. There is still hope, but you won't find it on the battlefield. The alliance between Dorians and the Directorate is tenuous, far more so than they would have you believe. Protector Calderon knows what kind of man your uncle is. We could turn allies into enemies if we play our cards right. Why would he? Because politics. That's easy. As a long-term goal, I'm all for it. But what do you recommend that we do in the short term? I guess we could click this to see what the dialogue is. It's just going to be them condescendingly telling me politics. It's world building, though. His nation is teetering on the brink of war with the Federated Suns, Commander Pope Phaedon. He gave us a chance to see our name. And for all the Concordance bravado, it would certainly lose such a conflict. Given the circumstances, is it really so surprising that he'd accept an offer of friendship if open warfare does erupt? He's going to need all the help he can get. As I said, I'm sure that we can turn this situation to our advantage. Even as we speak, my agents are digging for information that will open a rift between our enemies, and I'm confident they will find it. But Camilla, none of this will mean anything if you let Ostergaard goad you into a suicidal charge, so I beg you, ignore him, stay away. She can't do that, Lady Centrella. If you'd been here before we liberated this system, if you'd seen the things we've seen, you'd know better than to ask. I appreciate your advice, Anna Maria, but were I to follow it, the Aurigan people would lose faith in me, and they'd be right to do so. I owe it to them to be better than that, and so I will fight, but not in the way our enemies expect. Tell me what you mean. Ostergaard expects me to deploy my army against his forces on Smith and to lead from the front, as I have in our battles with the Directorate. You've convinced me that this is a risk I cannot take. And so, if he expects me to come at him with a hammer, I will use a scalpel instead. I trust that your company is up to the task, Tarask. It'll be an adventure, Lady Orano. That it will, and I'll be guiding you on the comms every step of the way. You have my answer, Anna Maria. I won't take the field myself, and I won't redirect my army, but I'll be damned if I let Ostergaard's troops slaughter my people without a fight. Your mercenaries have been one of your key advantages in this war, Camilla. By doing this, you're putting them at grave risk. But if your heart is set on returning to Smith, then I am powerless to stop you. Instead, I'll wish you good luck, and take my leave. I'll be in touch when my agents know more, but please, Camilla, stay safe. I don't know if I can stabilize the Reach without you. You're out of touch. I agree with Camilla. If she leaves this to do nothing, this is lost anyway. She would lose all her support. She'd be up just another noble. I won't let Ostergaard kill me, Anna Maria, I promise. To repel the Taurian assault on Smith and is ready for review, we should follow up when you think we're ready. Let's see what this looks like. It's a 3-dot. Should be doable.
Roger that, Commander. Course plotted.
3 skull. +4 tech point boost has expired. Joy. We're going to have financial report in a little bit, and if I'm wrong, then because I think we're going to lose over half our money, but I don't think we're going to lose.
That thing is just about gone, Commander.
I am aware. I was just talking about that. Here it goes. Here goes the nest egg.
Ready to go over financials.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so bankruptcy projected. Ah, gonna have to. We're cutting it slim here. 2 jumps. Interesting.
We're almost completely out of cash.
We need to do whatever it takes to generate some C-bills now, or we're going to be out of the Merc business soon. Um, Navigation Sumire highlights a blinking red alert in the Argos path. We've got some space junk in our way, Commander. Permission to blast it to dust with the Leopard. Debris? Dr. Murad corrects her. I recommend that we attempt to avoid it. Otherwise, you risk sending the debris in unexpected directions. You could damage our most vital systems and bays. The Argo isn't exactly an agile ship. I mean, I'm good, but she's never going to turn on a dime. We've got about 5 minutes roughly. We need a decision, Commander. Let's do this. The Argo lurches forward dangerously as Dr. Murad manages to squeeze some extra thrust from the power conduit. Sumire wrestles with the control panel, but the Argo veers unpredictably close to the debris. Metal shrieks before she can correct course. Jagged wreckage scrapes against the hull. After the Argo reaches a safe distance, Dr. Murad reports into the navigation over the comms. While some scrap metal got caught in the debris shield, the collision didn't damage any major components. I'll run a full diagnostic to be sure. I used every trick I knew to get us through that mess in one piece, Sumire explains. And you succeeded, you say. This was a calculated risk, but no one could have maneuvered the ship better than you, Sumire. Cool. Why does my throat hurt so much? I was just telling my manager that my throat no longer hurts so much. And now my throat hurts so much. I think we have to. Have you tried hitting it with something? I'm on my way. Okay. Um... Archangel, no. We're putting glitch in the grasshopper, I think. Behemoth is also a bunch of 9s. Getting the Banshee, I believe. And Leshy is there. Do I have anything? Cataphract. Catapult. 70, 75, 90, 95. Okay. This should work. I mean, it's 330 tons. It's 5 shields versus a 3 skull mission. This should work. If this doesn't work, it's kind of stupid. I mean, I'm not that great a tactician, so it could end up failing miserably. Also, random numbers could just be against me. Protect the Carosis dropships. At least 2 dropships must survive. It's a protect detail. Protect the docking pad's fuel reserves. Oof. It did say defense. In the wake of Commodore Ostergaard's initial attack, Torian battlemechs have continued to wreak havoc on the general populace. We have dropships en route to evacuate as many refugees as they can carry, but the Torians will target them if they get the chance. I need you to deny them that opportunity. If Ostergaard were pulling this anywhere but the Reach, the whole inner sphere would be screaming about war crimes. We can't let the Torians get away with what they're doing here, Commander. Punish them for it. That is the plan. Solaris 7.
Command interface initiated.
Baseport in front of you is packed wall to wall with civilians, most of them refugees from the capital. The Torians have been targeting them as enemy combatants. We need your help to keep those people safe until we evac them to safety. Huh. What a coincidence. I have to share this with somebody later. We have 3 of the late Lord Coros's dropships en route to assist with the evacuation. The captain of each vessel will call in an approach. Shepard 1 will be heading for docking pad Alpha. Shepard 2 is at the dock at pad Charlie. Shepard 3 is heading for pad Bravo. You'll need to keep the enemy's eyes on you and away from the docking pads. Above all, you need to keep them from firing on the docking pads' fuel reserves while the dropships are being loaded, which is what we did to that dropship. Any hostiles that you fail to engage will almost certainly target the fuel tanks. If they manage to take one out, the resulting explosion will wipe out everything nearby. Dropships, refugees, you name it. You can see a fuel tank's estimated blast radius in red on your screen.
Good luck, Commander.
Yep.
The Torians aren't going to make this easy. Protect our ships. Help them get our people home safe.
Jenners. That is a brave Jenner. Okay. It's still enemy turn. Enforcer. I'm not familiar. Okay. Going to save. Where is...
What's up, boss?
I am not going to... Can I jump? I can, but it's not going to result in any better... Orion, Grasshopper. We could do the
Commander?
Orion. What do you have? Sensor lock, sure footing. You're a ace pilot. I mean, I could go and punch. That would be doing 95. I'd be doing a lot more just to fire and then move after the fact, I think. But oh god, that's really low chances. Let's see, what's the melee? I figured out how to...
Yes, Commander.
I figured out how to do the...
Aye, aye.
How do I... It's not that. Oh, oh, okay. I see what it's going to... No. At one point, I figured out how to do the move thing, but it's been so long since I played, I can't remember what I did. This is an 80% chance to hit.
Affirmative. Let's see how you like this.
Left arm destroyed. As long as you keep attacking those hostiles, they won't be able to focus on the fuel tanks. Keep pressuring them, Commander. Allied turn. Oh, I have... Vehicles! Squishy cannons! Okay.
Commander. Moving out.
Will I be able to get a line of fire on those people in the background? Nope, just you. But you lost all your evasiveness, so might as well.
Firing at full power. Take that.
Well, left torso destroyed, knocked down. I'm going to switch videos in a little bit here. Okay, see you in a moment.